Hi and welcome to this new video. We are in the section about Python libraries for data science, and in particular from here starts a sequence of video about Pandas. That is probably the most powerful library of Python for data science. And if you are not familiar with coding, with programming language, and in particular with Python, I suggest you to go to the begin of the Python accelerated course, where you can find some tutorials to learn coding with Python. From now, I suppose that you have some basis of coding, and in particular some basis of Python. This is just an introduction of Pandas. And today we will talk about Syria. Syria is an object, very useful object of the Pandas library. So the first thing we have to do is to import the Pandas library, Pandas package, with the command import pandas. And then we assign the name PD to the pandas, so we can access to the pandas function from this command. In this cell of this worksheet, we also are importing matplotlib as PLT, but in this video probably we don't need to use matplotlib, so you can forget about it. But more important is this one, and also this command is very important because with pylab inline with the percentual char, we can produce, we can draw plot on this worksheet, and not because without this command Python will open different windows with the plot that we are producing. Come back to the series. So the series object is basically compound of an index and an index, and for each element of the index is associated a value. So, for example, the series is an abstract data type of this shape, for example, 0, some values, a value is every single value is associated to a single index. So a value 1, 1, and so on. Why I have say this thing? Because to build a series, we have to previous build an index and a set of value. Here is the command to build an index. An index can be, for example, an arrange. Arrange is basically an array of a sequence of integer. In this case, a sequence of 100 integer, but we can do, for this case, 50 integers. Why? Because we must have an ordered assorted index. So I just want to show you the index that are from 0, start from 0 and end to 39. Then we can now we have to create the values that we have to associate to this index, and the simply way the most easy way to create a collection of values is to use the index value to do something. For example, the square of the of each index value, or another way to do that, for example, could be use the NumPy library that here I have imported so in this way we can use the scene function of NumPy, and in this way we can associate for each index value the scene value of the function of index. Never mind, because one of these two we can choose, because this is just an introduction to Pandas, not a data science project. So I want to use the first one, the with the scene function. So I just comment this line, and then I want to show you the values that are, for example, scene of 0 is 0, scene of 1 is minus dot 95, and so on. So now that we have the index array and the values array, because if I want to get the type of this variable, I will have NumPy array. Okay, so now that we have these two important elements, we can build our serial. So series have two fields, index and data, and now we associate the index that we have built previously here, and to the field data we associate the array values that we have built here. So the command is very simple. PD, that is the alias for pandas, dot series, that is the object that we are creating, and the two fields where we have to assign index and values. So I can run this program, and now I can see just first shape, first idea of this data type, that basically compound of two columns, and each record contains an index and a value associated. Then we can do some operations on a series. The first one is head. Head is a simple function that take an integer as argument, and in this way we can get the first n record from the head of the collection, for the begin of the collection. So if we want to take the first 3 records of the series, we just have to digit 3 and we obtain the first 3 records of the series. 0, 1, 2. Okay. A very similar command is tail. Tail returns the last n elements of the series. For example, if I want the last 5 record of from the end of of our series, we just have to it. So 39, 38, 37, so on. Another useful command is count. In this way we can get the number of elements of our series. And the command describe, that is used to get some statistical information on the series, descriptive statistical information such as count, mean, standard deviation, minus, max, and these are the quartile of our series. Then there is a command to sort the series, that is sort, and that take as argument the series. I just give you an example. And this is an array of our series values. So is about this sort is about obviously not about the index, but about the values, the data, the field data of the series. So here are the data sorted, and I think that for now it's all, because this is just an introduction of Pandas, and also an introduction to the series. I just want to end with a plot, a simple graph of our function that is obviously not this, because this is not a sinus function. This is a squared function, a parabola, in particular a parabola function. I just have to change some instruction. Okay, so we can draw a plot in a very easy way. We just have to use ds, that is the name of the variable that we have used to build the series, dot plot, and it's enough. We can just skip all these other instruction. I want to show you that is very easy. Yes, dot plot. Okay, ta-da! This is our plot. So then we can also add some other characteristic of to our plot. For example, the fixed size, or a title. Or we can also give some label to the axis, such as scene. In this way, for example, this command is used to manage the axis. So in this way, this is a command of matplotlib. actually. I don't want to show you here, but I don't want to explain in detail in this video, but basically we can manage the axis of this graph, and with this variable we can set the label. Okay, and with this command we assign to the axis of our plot this. But this is not very important for this moment because this is just an introduction. So I want to run this part of code, and this is my first plot. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we can change the title. My scene function. So, okay, yes. Just a problem because I have uh, I have done a mistake. Sorry. Yes, this is the label for the epsilon axis, and here we have the x axis. Okay, okay, very well. For this video, it's all. Obviously, if you want to uh, go deeply in some other field of this part, you can write this under this video. If you have a question, if you want to focus on something, just write me on under this video. Okay, so for today is all, and we can see you to the next video. Bye.